Hey guys, welcome to part one of our new series, Crazy Like Jesus. A quick shout out to Jay Hinton, who is the director of the Wesley Foundation for Western Carolina. He came up with this topic. We're going to start the new school year in the fall off, digging into the idea that Jesus lived his life so radically differently that we can also do the same, and that would be the right way to live. And you know, I feel like every day, most of us, I don't know about you, I know for me, especially in my past, a lot of what I've done is try to figure out how society works, how culture works, how does it work to get ahead? You know, how does it work to become successful? You know, we go to all these kind of, I don't know, a lot of people I've been before go to these leadership events or these success seminars or these things that kind of say, man, you got to get in your mind and your head and you got to say, I'm a winner. I'm going to be better than everybody else or whatever it might be, right? I'm going to come out on top because I believe I can. We go to school, right? We go to middle school, high school, college, get our MBA, get our PhD, whatever it might be. And a lot of us do it because we just want to be successful. We want to climb the ladder. We want to figure out how in this world, the world that we're operating in, we want to maneuver well. It's like we're playing a chess game, right? And we want to be able to outwit the other person. And we want to outwit life. We want to move our chess pieces in such a way that we win and that we're successful. And yet I think that Jesus was so different because he didn't look at life that way. I don't think he was trying to win or be successful in this physical realm in normal society for sure. And you know, a great example is when Jesus and the disciples were in the boat and there's a horrible storm. Now remember, his disciples were mostly fishermen by trade. And yet the storm was so bad, they were scared for their lives. They go and wake up Jesus and they're like, Jesus, A, how can you even be asleep? Because wouldn't it be uncomfortable? This boat's going like this. And then B, don't you care about us? And Jesus says, oh, you have so little faith, and he quiets the storm. But I heard a pastor once say the reason Jesus could be asleep, the reason Jesus could have peace, the reason Jesus was almost not even aware of the storm around him is because he wasn't living in the physical. His physical body was in this physical world, but his mind and his spirit were operating continuously. They were almost like a radio, right? When you tune in your radio to your certain station, right? Jesus was always tuned in to the supernatural, to the spiritual, to the Father, right? He said, I only do what my Father says to do. Well, that's every step. That's every breath. That's every word. So he was always tuned into the Father. What I started to think about when we think about this topic, crazy like Jesus, I started to think, what motivated him to live so differently? How was he able to wake up every day, and every day was so out of the norm of the society and the culture? How was he able to go into the temples and turn over the tables? How was he able to go and have a conversation with a Samaritan woman at the well? Even though Jews, especially Jewish men, single Jewish men, would never do that. How was he able to raise the dead and feed 5,000, make the lame to walk and the blind to see, and heal the sick, and tell the Pharisees, hey, he who is without sin cast the first stone, right? And then he says, now go and sin no more, to the woman caught in adultery. How could he live so differently? I believe his radio was continuously tuned in, his spirit, his mind, always tuned in to the Father's love. And when we get a revelation of the Father's love for us, then we're going to go out and every person we meet, we're going to act crazy like Jesus. And that's just the first part as we start to step into this series.